The objective of hockey is to score goals. Specifically, to score more goals than your opponent. If that is the case, why is it so hard to do sometimes? Well, I'm not sure, but the Avs did do that eventually. Avs win over the Arizona Coyotes 2-1 in overtime.
Oh my goodness gracious! Wasn't it time? Score! Justice is served!
This was something. The Avs were extremely good at everything but scoring goals in this game. And I really thought this was going to be different. Less than 2 minutes into the hockey game, the Avs do the goal-scoring thing. As the Avs are trying to get out of their own zone, Taze is going to turn something out of nothing here, as the puck gets by him initially, but he's able to recover it and flip a backhander, which he gets lofted up the ice and through the Arizona defense to give Burakovsky a puck cleanly into the zone and create a 2-on-1 opportunity for Kadri and Berkey. Berkey doesn't find a good lane here, but does recognize Saad creeping in as Arizona has overcommitted their third man back to cover Kadri. Saad wide open. Oh baby, now he's in the top of the slot with nobody on him. And this is Brandon Saad, one of the few chosen Avs who are allowed to score goals and shoot pretty well. He takes advantage and beats Ranta. Oh, what it was like to be 5 hours younger than I am now. I thought surely the Avs are going to score a bunch of goals in this game. This was going to be the opening of the gates. Good times, but not to be the case. Watching a hockey team completely dominate a hockey game, but not being able to do anything with it and actually convert anything or pull away, or at many points I wasn't even convinced the Avs were going to be able to win this hockey game. I don't know if that's hell, but it's certainly got to be purgatory. Purgatory, I think, is the correct explanation. Constantly on the edge of your seat, but nothing actually happening, despite the Avs just being a monster. The final shot total in this game was 46-14. Avs had more than 3 times the shots that Arizona did. There was a point in time in this hockey game where shots were 26 for the Avs and 3 for Arizona. Outside of actually putting the puck in the net, I don't know how you play a better hockey game than that. But again, that whole objective of hockey, you do have to actually put the puck in the net sometimes. Despite 44 shots on goal in regulation, the Avs only managed to do that once. Yes, in fact, the Avs played an entire hockey game, if you count the overtime stretch, without scoring an NHL goal. Sort of. It's not entirely true, I guess, because Arizona didn't actually score a goal themselves in this hockey game. In fact, Arizona didn't actually score a single goal in this series, technically, as every goal they've scored went off an Avalanche player, because this is purgatory. Alright, so first of all, Renouf checks a guy who ends up falling into Grubauer here. Look, the play is clearly ended, and it sure is convenient that he lost his balance in such a way that he just gets to fall right on top of Grubauer and tackle him, essentially. Now, really, this had no effect on the goal, so I don't hate the no goalie interference call there. Just kind of the way things are happening right now for the Avs. Arizona maintaining possession during that. This is a pass that's just going to get thrown across towards the far post. A pretty simple play. Jost doesn't even get beaten by Schultz. He defends him excellently. Takes away any opportunity for him to do anything. The puck just goes in anyway. I mean, if you tried to make a movie about a hockey team that only scored own goals, you'd get laughed out of the building. But just look at this. Look at this. Jost, his eyes aren't even looking that way. He's just defending his man, tying up the stick, making sure Nick Schultz doesn't score a goal here. And the puck just tips right off of his skate and directly into the net. Schultz couldn't have shot it better. I mean, legitimately, what do you do as the Avalanche? You play correctly, and the puck still just bounces in to your net when you couldn't buy one going into the other net. This wasn't a hockey game. You had Ranta on the other side. Every break, every whistle, he has to go to the bench. He's eating the stuff that's like jelly that's supposed to give you energy. I think he went through about 8 bottles of Gatorade in this game alone because he's literally dying in the crease to the shot volume he's facing. Meanwhile, Grubauer went over a full 20 minutes of hockey without facing a single shot and literally could have been falling asleep in his crease and it wouldn't have mattered. This is the exact type of hockey game that you don't talk about when you are trying to get a fan into hockey, because nobody wants to watch this. Not the Avs, not the Yotes, not anybody. It's like a public execution, but everything goes wrong. Like the gun wasn't loaded or the sword was dull. Just things aren't working out correctly and the dude's still alive, just like waiting to die. Alright, so this video's taking a bit of a dark turn, but I'm sticking with it. And credit to Grubauer for keeping his head in this hockey game. He had to make 2 pretty big saves, including this one, to keep the Avs in this game, which is just saying that coming out of my mouth is ridiculous. This game should have been 1-0. But when you're a cursed hockey team, that's not the way things go. There was more than a couple of moments in the third period where it certainly felt like the Avs are gonna lose. I will say 0 for 5 on the power play for the Avs is a key miss here. If they wanted to win this game in regulation, scoring one there probably would have done it. Instead, the game goes to overtime, and overtime was not any different than regulation. Arizona did not get a shot on goal in overtime. It was the Avs that got 2. Thank God that Gabe Landeskog has some influence over the hockey gods, because I could not take any more of this. Once again, the objective of hockey. You have to know it to be the captain of a hockey team. Late in overtime, Girard's going to get the blue line here, and then he's going to pull up. You're going to see both Avs forwards go deep, and then both Avs forwards come back. They're going to set low and then get high, and this messes with Arizona a little bit. They don't man up here. One man is tracking the puck, but the other 2 are kind of just floating. They're not really manning up, covering areas on the ice. Girard, I don't know if he recognizes this, but the play he runs certainly takes advantage of it. He skates forward and uses himself as a pick as he drops the puck to Landeskog. Because they aren't manned up specifically, Landeskog has a ton of room here. Now, maybe should have shot it here, I don't know, but Landy decides to circle, and even then, Arizona does not get man on. They just continue to play this deep zone. I guess maybe they just don't have the legs left in this hockey game to play man or something because they've been so beat in. But Landy just gets free reign to walk back in again. This time he gets a better look, picks his spot, and just beats Ranta clean. The Avs won. And that's all. The objective of hockey was accomplished. All the underlying numbers, all of that, whatever. The Avs won. But please, please, hockey gods, you can make it easier than this. I can't keep living like this. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Check out our new Man Rocket shirt. It's dope as hell. Go buy one from the DNVR Locker. I am Rudo, and honestly, that game legitimately felt like I was in Purgatory.
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with Nate the dog and Gabe the big. The fun isn't over yet, it is Avalanche time.